Pratiksha and Keval, do you have any scariest moments during your trek or expedition?
Yes. So recently on Everest, Pandey, we were on Camp 2. We were going about to Camp 3, and there was a huge avalanche. I remember from the Lhotse face, and very huge avalanche. So I was busy recording. The moment I heard the crackling sound. I saw okay, there is an avalanche happening, and I got so engrossed looking at the whole. There was a whole mist and cloud of snow coming down, and I was having my GoPro in one hand, my ice axe in one hand. I was shooting it, and I forgot that it is coming so close to me, and I see people ahead of me, they're running aside, and I'm like, oh, okay, we have to run also. And then I tried to run aside, and I'm very keen. My whole focus is on shooting the avalanche, and with one hand I'm recording the whole avalanche, and I'm running to the left, and there is a hidden crevasse, and I step on it, and I boop, pop into the crevasse, and it was really deep. I don't know how it was. I could not see anything. It was, I think, bottomless or something. And then I just put my ice axe, I tumble up, and I come down, and everything gets recorded. And even after coming out, I'm not worried about where I fell or what happened. I am just making a safe position and again shooting the whole thing. So that was recorded, my fall, my coming up, and everything. So it was a close fall. But yeah, I have fell many times in hidden crevasses and everything. So as Pandeyji said, that fear got eliminated now. So I think I have put this in mind that I'm ready to fall every time and come out every time. So that is the mindset now. And yeah, I mean, I was climbing Stoke Kangaroo in winter, so I met with an accident. So I was, helping my friend out, and while doing that, I suffered from a frostbite. So I had to amputate my thumb. So that was one of the most painful losses that I suffered in the mountains. So experiencing a frostbite was really a nightmare. And yeah, when I was climbing Choyu on the first day itself, my Sherpa became sick and he had to turn back. So I had to climb the whole mountain on my own, and the world's sixth highest mountain. I don't know what to do. I was freaked out, but then having faith and confidence of what you have learned. So it was just recalling everything. Yeah, okay, it's just a mountain. सिर्फ terrain थोड़ा अलग है, कुछ कोई नहीं. Ice climbing आता है, snow में चलना आता है, equipments use करना आता है. All check. You can do it. Go. So that is how I did it, and I climbed it. So lots of such experiences have come forth, but that is what it is. Challenges will come and go. It is how well prepared you are and how ready you are to face it. So that's my go on it.
That's nice. What about you, Pratiksha?
Yeah, definitely. I've had a lot of scary moments in the mountains. Some of them associated with falling into hidden crevasses, like Keval said. Oh boy. First of all, me falling into hidden crevasses, and then somebody else who's roped up to me falling into hidden crevasses. So both are definitely scary. But I think one incident that I remember is while going to Hanuman Tibba. So we had to make an impromptu camp on this nose ridge just before the Tentu Pass.
I remember.
Okay, yeah, and that place is so super windy. We had such a stormy night. Actually, we all cooked food and it was ready, but the storm started and we were not able to serve the food. We mainly had to go and make sure that our tents don't fly away. Okay, so all night we have held on to our tents, hoping that the next morning we are not down in the valley with the tents. Okay, it was so stormy. It was so bad the night. But luckily, we woke up the next morning in the same place. And then we also saw a beautiful sunrise. So that's actually when I learned that, after the storm comes the, silence or So that was one definitely scary moment of my life. But apart from that, couple of times when I think in Hanuman Tibba itself, during the summit return, there was one ice wall that I had to climb back down. So climbing up, I go off like very happily. But it's while going down that I'm a little scared. I'm like, okay. So that was a little scary for me. But yeah, I mean, डर के आगे जीत है, or rather डर के आगे ditto है. What do you say, guys?
Yeah.
Also, there's a video of this, right? You have shot this and you have showed it during the movie screening about you getting stuck in the winds.
Oh yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, you remember?
Yeah. Also, now this thing comes into the picture. Like, you guys go for so long, and there are some sometimes you guys you don't know, you may get stuck there, and you might have to stay for a longer time. And you'll go, as you told, you'll go for a month or more than a month sometimes, for days and all. how do you plan on, like, what kind of food do you guys take, and how do you plan it to use? And what about water?
So there is snow everywhere. If not the river or stream,
Yeah,
on the high mountains, you melt the
yeah.
snow, and that is the basic source. And being a Gujarati, a foodie guy, I cannot miss on my food. So I think I am the only person, or I think I was the only person on Everest at Camp 4. I was having my theplas with fun and joy. And the foreigners along with me, they said, "Oh my God, he's having something yummy, that looks round and everything." So I just gave it to them, and it was a bit spicy. So along with me, there was a Georgian climber, Otto. He said, "Oh my God, how could you eat this? It is so spicy." And yeah, but I use lots of dehydrated food packets. So you either cook it and vacuum pack it, so that you just add boiling water to it, and it give you the same essence and nutrients without any preservatives. And nowadays there are so many companies, that give you such food. Like I remember on Everest, I even passed on to Pandey. So I had paneer ki sabzi, I had parathas, I had biryanis, I had pav bhaji, I had dal
Wow.
khichdi, pineapple shira, name it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So one of my friend, he has his company, Eat Easy. So whenever you're traveling, or maybe you're going to US or something, so you have very less option with the veg food. So he has come out with a solution that, in the mountains or anywhere you go, if you need food packets, he's started manufacturing it. So it is available online. You can, order it from anywhere. They are very lightweight, 90 grams or 100 grams as such. And once you add water to it, it automatically fluffens up, and you have the whole content with you. So yeah, every each and every expedition, I first plan is my food, and what I do. I make this whole schedule. Monday is a pav bhaji day. Tuesday is a biryani day. Wednesday is a thepla day. So I just calculate my food, and I take lots and lots of food packets along with me, and it helps. Alpinism requires lightweight stuff, so this is very light.
And cook in the sense, you carry some equipment like a kettle or something,
Like what?
a kettle or like something to boil the water.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we have these small butane burners that we carry
Mhm.
along. So they are very portable and handy. And as the altitude, it is very difficult for the flame to survive, because there is
Seven,
lack
yeah.
of
Less
oxygen. Yeah.
oxygen.
So at high altitude, this is very supportive, and it boils the water really quick. I mean, I could say as quick as possible.
Pandit, you wanted to
Like,
add something about the paneer or something, I guess.
yeah, paneer is the
Yeah.
last thing I would have ever thought of taking on a expedition. That is surprising. Yeah, Pandey, please.
Climb with me. Climb with me. You will get all the food in the world.
Sure, if I get a chance, I would never leave.
So like as I already told, like climbing is all about our passion. So like we always used to enjoy utmost during our expedition. So being from a Brahmin family, I always used to carry paneer and all the things, and a lot of other stuff like being from Indori, so I love to carry the poha and sev all the time. So you will find a lot of these snacks and these sweet dishes in my tent. So during like our last expedition also, Keval know very well, like I used to invite all the Indians who are in the base camp area. So, like I say, oh, come down to our camp. We are going to have a like namkeen party, or we are going to have special sweet dishes from Madhya Pradesh. So yes, like me, Keval, we all are like from a very foodie family. So we are enjoying our expeditions like at the highest order, and that's the best way like to continue with your passion, like what you are passionate about. So we are not like going there to carry loads only. We are not going to there for survival. No, climbing is all about our passion. We are going there to live the moment. So we should enjoy all the time, no matter whether it's extreme odd environments like minus temperature, high winds, less oxygen, whatever. All the time you have to be like stay positive, stay happy. And like for me, I always say like to all the viewers who are seeing this, like I always say, for me, the inspiration comes from the Indian Army, because I was like young when Kargil war took place. So like on a daily note, I used to study about like there are like the Indian Army is fighting either in Tiger Hill or at Batalik sector or somewhere 0.4875. So I was very surprised seeing like those Indian Army champions. They were carrying such a heavy loads with 25-30 kg of load, going towards the altitude. The cross firing is coming, they are just safeguarding themselves and then countering back. So in comparison to that thing, what we are doing is on a very safe side. We just need to keep our ISEX and keep on climbing. So that's a bit easy for us. So that's like for my personal sense of motivation. I take motivation from the from those soldiers who are like living in those odd environments from -15 Siachen to +15 Jaisalmer and standing there for 365 days all the time. So that's a like the biggest source of inspiration for me in climbing. And above all, when you get like-minded people like you all, so the expedition goes well.
Perfect. Also, there was a news in between. I have heard the soldiers who used to stay on the Siachen, per day it used to cost them like a crore to their food, then their all the equipments they carried just to for the survival. Like, is it true about that?
And yes, because when there's a whole regiment posted at any high altitude areas, so like it's a big cost, like to get them food ration, to get them all the medical facilities for their clothing, and like especially in such places like Siachen, the highest battlefield in the world. So like when those people are not climbing experts, those people are not a mountaineer. So when 6 months, for a 6 months deputation, when any regiment is based in Siachen or such high altitude areas, so after 6 months you can see many soldiers facing like lot of like high altitude sickness problem, like maybe they have hip, haze, anything. They have multiple frost bites also. So their level of dedication, their level of patriotism, that I always say yes, that's kind of the supreme sacrifice, the word what we say, like the soldiers give their supreme sacrifice for their motherland. So for me, that's in the highest order for respect. And yes, we all are doing our own work, we all are working for the betterment of our society, for our country. But yes, the soldiers are, for me personally, yes, the soldiers are in the topmost list.
Yes, definitely. My uncle himself, he has been in the Navy. He has been a petty officer, and whenever somebody used to ask me for about them, he used to never boast about them. So like we did this, we did that. He used to just joke around like, "अरे हम कर लेंगे, तुम भी कर लोगे." He never used to boast about them. So like we did this, we did this. He just like, "अरे चलता है, हम तो कर लेते हैं." And that's what tells us we do small things. We have that pride in ourselves, like, or keep telling everyone we did this, we did this. But
Exaggeration.
them doing everything, all of that, still come down like they're still there, like feet is on the ground. They're not like we do this, we do that. They don't expect that respect on this one. They just want the family, the country, everything to be safe. That's it.
Because what I personally feel like I said, always we should take things on a very lighter note,
Like,
like the advertisement of that biscuit Monaco, halke fulke pal ke liye. Because what I learned from mountains, mountains always tell us like यार हम इतने बड़े हैं मगर हमारे अंदर इतना सा भी एरोगेंस नहीं है, एटीट्यूड नहीं है, और तुम इतने से हो और
yeah.
इतना सारा एटीट्यूड लेके घूमते हो कि ओ यार मैंने तो एवरेस्ट चढ़ लिया, ओ मैं तो ये कर लिया, ओ मैंने तो ये कर लिया. ओ यार, स्टे हम्बल, एंजॉय द एनवायरनमेंट, एंजॉय अदर थिंग्स. सो द मोर हम्बल यू आर, फॉर श्योर आप उतना अच्छा लाइफ में ना केवल ग्रो करते हैं बल्कि यस यू आर सेटिंग अ गुड एग्जांपल. एंड फॉर श्योर आप उस तरीके से एक अच्छी कम्युनिटी, जो हम स्पोर्ट्समैन स्पिरिट की बात करते हैं, आप एक अच्छी खेल भावना के साथ ना केवल खुद के लिए अच्छा करते हैं बल्कि यस आप पूरी कम्युनिटी को एम्पावर करते हैं. So we should always take things एकदम lighter note पे. Yes, like all when we used to climb together, me, Keval, we all were together in our advanced course. तो मैं हमेशा रास्ते में जाते जाते गाना गाते जाना है या शहीदों की कुछ ना कुछ कहानियां सुनाते जाना है इन लोगों को. एंड स्पेशली दीस बैंगलोरियन गैंग, जैसा कि मैंने बोला भी था, आई ऑलवेज हैव वो गिला शिकवा विद देम कि हमेशा इनको मेरा ही ओआरएस पीना है कि यस पांडे जी थोड़ा सा पिला देना. सो दैट्स ऑलवेज फन पार्ट ऑफ एक्सपेडिशन कि यस यू ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दोस हार्ड डेज. इसलिए कहते हैं शायद कि जो माउंटेनियरिंग के जो दोस्त होते हैं वो हमेशा के लिए होते हैं, क्योंकि आपने वो हार्ड टाइम साथ में देखा हुआ होता है, हार्ड टाइम झेला हुआ होता है, एंड यू नो कि कौन आपके साथ उस पॉइंट पे खड़ा है, एंड देन फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ योर लाइफ यू एंजॉय एट इट्स फुलेस्ट.
Definitely.
What he said is very true. Friends made in the mountains are friends made for life.
Right.
Whoa. Biggest quote.
Like let's say we don't form the group.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So I was just going to say, actually, Keval and I have crossed paths. Like, I think every time that I've been to the mountains, we've just crossed paths. Like I think we did our basic together, and then we did advanced together. Then we met in Climathon, and then every time I'm in Himachal, Keval is always around. So it's like, you know, we always meet, and it's just you just know that okay, friends made in the mountains are they're just there. You know, that's how it is.
All right. Question to you, Pratiksha. Like, would you have taken this expeditioning and all everything if not for MC?
Okay. Tricky question. So, maybe not, but I'm also the kind of person who won't dwell too much on ifs and buts. You know, if not for MC, then would I, and stuff like that. Maybe things were meant to be this way, and so even when I joined MC initially, I mean, expedition was a very far off thing for me. It's not. I joined MC because I wanted to have fun. I wanted to go on day treks and overnight treks and in and around Bangalore in the Western Ghats, and that's how it started for me. And it grew into something more serious or something more passionate only after I visited the mountains once, right? So maybe or may not be. I can't say for sure whether I would have gotten into this kind of serious mountaineering. But I also feel somewhere that what's meant to happen will happen. So maybe if not through MC, I might have discovered this through another means, and maybe I would have still had the same passion and taken it forward. But I can't say that. And I know for sure that MC has made a lot of difference for me with respect to the support system that I've had, with respect to my seniors, my peers, my juniors. And I mean, I can't even let out anybody in this, right? Even juniors who are like 5 or 6 years younger to me still inspire me. I mean, that's how much I get out of everybody in this community that keeps me going. So definitely MC is like the biggest role. It's probably defined who I am at the moment. So it's a very tricky question to answer. I can say yes and no to that. So
By the way, Keval and Pandey ji, the shirt she's wearing, it's from our mountaineering club.
I think you can see the logo here. I don't know if you can see. You get it.
In the college, we represent the Department of Adventure. And do you guys think like the upcoming in the like near future, do other colleges like right now recently along with us, there's a college in Mysore HJC. They have brought up a adventure club. So do you guys think if many other colleges bring up clubs like this, or maybe something, you know, to bring awareness about all these things? Like as I told you before, I'm like the first day I met Pratiksha, I didn't know anything about it. And if not for the club, I haven't like even got a chance to talk to you guys, and I didn't know like how the things would be. Now it's like kind of easy for me. What's your thought on this?
Yeah, it really helps a lot. So over the years, I always, the first thing that I share about is my BMC or AMC moments. Like, when how did we learn, and when people tell me, teach us mountaineering, I tell them, you go learn yourself. That is the fun way. If I just sit here and I tell you do this, do that, do rock climbing, this, that, you not enjoy it. But when you meet such bunch of brats together, and when you are along with them, and you all make mistakes together, and that and fun environment in which you are learning, that stays forever. As I said, I all about the backpacking, the rucksack incident, or maybe I talk about the survival nights that we spend in the cold in the Biaskund region, the ice climbing session. So there was one guy with us in advanced, Shubham. He fell into a crevasse, and that was his getaway to escape from ice climbing. He said, "Oh, my back is injured. I cannot ice climb," and he just sat aside where we were grilling for hours. You know. So those are the fun moments, and I think you cannot just tell and make people understand how fun it is. So you should take that fear out, go and enjoy. So that is what I tell people. I will give you basics, that what is the syllabus, how you can learn and how you can enjoy in your BMC, but you yourself have to go and experience your BMC and AMC. So I think that can never be replaced. And yeah, the clubs will support you, that they will motivate you, that okay, if you're alone, let's go together. There are some people who think that, अरे how will I alone manage, इतना लंबा है, कोई पहचान वाला मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा डॉम में, or we will get bored. So if you have a club together, 3 4 people together, they go and they will enjoy and they will get along and everything. So yeah, I think that is the fun part. And but if today I talk about mountaineering, it is growing really fast. When we did mountaineering, suppose our advanced course had only 30 or 34 students. Now advanced course goes to 60 65, whereas in some reputed institutes the waiting is itself for 3 or 4 years. So yeah, people are being very much aware, and it is really important for the safety of others also. So this group helps them. So I think yeah, people should look forward, help each other, and I believe that I have got a lot. I have got lots and lots from the mountains, and I want to give it back to the society. So the best way is through this, what I am doing for others. So yeah, I think you people are doing a fabulous job with the club and promoting it and everything, and this will be fruitful to the upcoming mountaineers for sure. We will have many Pratikshas and many new Shubham out of this.
Definitely.
And and for me, like, you guys are from like the metro cities, from the either from the Mumbai or from the Bangalore, but me from a small town Satna, जहाँ पे हमारे यहाँ केवल एक दो खेल ही जानते हैं. लाइक इन आर सिटी वी जस्ट नो कि अच्छा वी वी यूज टू प्ले क्रिकेट, कबड्डी, खो खो, volleyball, full stop. No climbing, no nothing. So but yes, such groups are very helpful, especially like when like with the same mindset, if we organize a group kind of thing. Like recently I'm seeing one calisthenics group in Mumbai. So
Yeah.
like it was a bunch of there were a couple of guys who loved this calisthenics. They started a kind of a local club. Now there are more than 100 of people who joined them with the same interest. The same thing is what your club is doing in Bangalore, one of the most reputed one in the southern part of our country. So like this is not only creating awareness among people, but yes, for an example, like creating passion or something is altogether different. Like people like us, like we are from the sea level. So if I don't know anything, if I'm getting frightened, like just by going the Vaishno Devi temple, I'm getting very much frightened. Oh, this is so much altitude. Then why I'm going to go for climbing Everest or any other peak? But if we have a mentorship, but if we have a group like this where you have such seniors who have already been to any high altitude training or been to high altitude climbing, so this is the best way to groom, to train other people, to like motivate youngsters. Boss, this is like what we say now, the pride you gain is worth the pain. So yes, there might be a lot of difficulties while this climbing high altitude mountain, but I always say during my like talks and all, the best part about this mountaineering and these adventure sports is like, no doubt your physical fitness needs to be 100%, but your mental strength, what you acquire from these adventure sports is like, this is not only going to help you during your climbing expedition. No, when you are in your life, there are multiple challenges, there are social problem, there are financial problem, there are family problem, lot of things. Nowadays you see lot of people in COVID, lot of people were like depressed, they were into depression and all. You take any one pahadi, I don't want to name anyone, and ask them, are you depressed, are you in depression? वो बोलेगा, ओ भाई एक पहाड़ ले चल, take me to any mountain, we will climb और सब खत्म. Because we know one thing very clearly. I always say to people, like, if any odd moment, anything like a downfall is going in your life, this is not permanent. This is all like the sunset. अगर आज सूरज डूबा है तो कल दोबारा सूरज उगेगा जरूर. The sunrise will come again. सो बस आपको ध्यान रखना है, यू नीड टू जस्ट कीप ऑन डूइंग, कीप ऑन डूइंग, कीप ऑन डूइंग, द नेक्स्ट डे इज योर्स, आने वाला समय सक्सेस आपके नाम पे होगी. दिस इज द बेस्ट पार्ट विच आई लर्न फ्रॉम माउंटेनियरिंग. ये हमेशा आपको मेंटली उन सभी ऑड एनवायरमेंट्स में, वो सभी ऑड सिचुएशंस पे आपको मेंटली टफ, मेंटली स्ट्रांग रखती है. वो कोई से भी चैलेंजेस आपके लाइफ में किसी भी रूप में आए, यू ऑलवेज स्टे मोटिवेटेड एंड यू ऑलवेज लाइक हैव दैट पावर इन योरसेल्फ कि नहीं यार वो छड़ दे यार, ये भी हो जाएगा, we will do this, we will conquer this as well. Everest is not just about climbing that mighty peak. Everest is all about the highest milestone of your life. I always used to say yes yaar, my Everest was a mountain. आपका हो सकता है to be a doctor, to be an IAS officer, to be a good businessman. You just need to understand one thing कि आपका एवरेस्ट चढ़ने में आपको रगड़ा बहुत झेलना पड़ेगा. It's not a cakewalk. You need to handle those hard situations very properly. Then only you are going to be at the top of your career or your desires, whatever you want in your life.
In line with what Pandey just said, I would like to add that, being outdoors, getting your hands dirty, and pushing your physical limits to the extent of exhaustion, all this is going to help your personality develop. And this is going to help how you deal with things even on the field, like in the mountains or even back home. And that is actually a very important lesson that you learn when you go outdoors and when you go to the mountains. So yeah, and college is a good time to start that, right? Because that's why college clubs are like, they're like the go-to, because you have the time and you're looking for you have so much energy that you're looking for something that you want to do with meaning, with passion. So yes, mountaineering clubs in colleges are a big, yes.
So kudos to you all for organizing such trips, such motivation talks, such videos for all the people from the community to we also like I always say like मेरा वैचारिक लड़ाई है क्रिकेट के साथ. I don't watch cricket because cricketers don't watch my game. They have cheerleaders in their game and we are our own cheerleaders. In any odd situation, we used to cheer up our own self. So yes, whatever you guys are doing in Bangalore, it's not limited only to your club. Yes, you need to organize such more camps and such more expeditions. ऐसे और क्लबों की जरूरत है so that more people get aware about not only about outdoors but about fitness and all.
Ratnesh ji, there is like in different countries there are like mountaineering is different, right? Like in different countries, mountaineering processes will be different. So how is it different in India compared to other countries?
First of all, I would like to say we are lucky enough to have the great Himalayan mountain ranges with us. Like वो कहते हैं ना कि घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर. We have such a treasure with us, but Himalayas, अपने यहाँ तो है. We will go anytime. Like when I was in Iran, when I was there for the UIAA ice climbing, it was an ice climbing training expedition. So they have a very small mountain named Sabalan, 4811 meter. कुछ भी नहीं है. But they have only one rocky patch with which they have a kind of a technical part. So what they guys do, in one single patch, there were more than 100 climbers who were practicing ice climbing, who were keep on doing rigorous training. But for us here in India, we have ample number of resources. You start from the Srinagar, from the Jammu and Kashmir to the Arunachal. The whole area is full of this great Himalayan ranges. So I see it's one of the most prominent mountain ranges across the globe, one of the places for the high altitude mountains. And if I speak about Indian climbing, so yes, there are a lot of mountains, especially in Uttarakhand, Himachal, all these places. So I would love to quote one thing from the Sir Tenzing Norgay. Once he said कि उनसे पूछा गया था कि which was the hardest climb you ever did. So people said Everest. He said no, it's Nanda Devi East. So these kind of mountains we have here. So कहीं ना कहीं yes, I say कि in our mountaineering community like we need to do utmost climbing in our own region. Like though the alpinism comes from the Europe, like if you see more of the alpinists, they come from like the Austria, the Italy, all these region. But yes, there are a lot of great mountaineers from the Indian subcontinent, and they not only they started climbing here, but yes, they set milestone all across the globe. You take any example like the current IMF president, Brigadier Ashok Abe, Colonel Premchand, Lavraj Dharmsaktu. There are a number of people who are doing great in climbing, and in this manner, like we also needs to be more focused to climb here in Indian Himalayas.
Alright. Uh, so, Ratnesh ji, you also have recently done an expedition with the project. You completed a project Josh. Can you tell us more about something more about it?
It was like something related to my heart, as I always say. Like climbing is my passion, and like I'm based in Indore, in the heart of India, Madhya Pradesh. So long time back, there was a lot of crisis in the society. Like there were a few students don't have like study material with themselves. So the Kinnar community, the trans community of Indore, what they said, they openly passed on one message in the society. They said, uh, like the whole community is going to support anyone whomsoever want to study. We don't want any poor student to be uneducated. So that was the thought which changed my mind long time back in 2007-8. So since then I always wanted to like get connected through them. And again, this is just like the trans community. If you see, this is just a body disorder kind of thing. So just on the basis of this, you can't like ignore them from the society. So for this, I was planning for more than a year. Then I had a word with the His Holiness Lakshmi Narayan Tripathi ji, who is also the member of National Transgender Commission. Then I had a word with her. I said like this, what is my plan? I wanted to make one team of transgenders from all across the country. I want to take them to get the exposure of mountaineering, to take them to outdoors, not only to make them climbers, no, but to convey a message to society कि yes, we are also equally important. We are also as much as strong as you people. Just on the basis of our gender, you can't discriminate us from the society. So we and trust me, this transgender expedition, this project Josh expedition was one of the most finest expeditions of my life. I can very frankly say this, like during my mountaineering training days, and we all can accept this very gracefully. Like if anything was taught to us by our trainers, by our teachers, so we never like grab the thing at the first point. It take multiple rounds to understand the any theory, either it's a crevasse like handling thing or any survival thing. But when this project Josh took place, so for this project Josh, we take some very prominent mountaineers from all across the country, especially from the Himachal region, and we trained those ट्रांसजेंडर्स एंड उनको सबको एक बार ही बताने की जरूरत पड़ी. वी नेवर यूज टू टेल एनीथिंग second time, and whatever we told them ki, hey, this is the climbing boots, you need to put crampons, these metallic plates below your climbing boots like this, you need to do front pointing like this, this is a kind of a rescue thing. So only by telling them one time, their like learning capacity, their grasping power was so high, we never thought to tell them again. So yes, on 2nd of October, or on International Non-Violence Day, we initiated this project in association with Ministry of Social Justice, and our team successfully not only climbed Mount Friendship during this autumn season. So Keval and Pratiksha both already climbed Mount Friendship, and they know very well that in this season it's nothing less than crossing a Khumbu glacier. It's very tricky up in the mountain. So and for the first hand experience, for the first timers, it's like very great job done by those people. And for sure, they are not only going to convey a great message of equality. sorry, they are not only going to convey the message of equality, but also like with the message of empowering humanity. For sure, they are going to set a new world record soon, because for this we already applied for Guinness World Record and Limca Book of World Records, because this is the world's first transgender team expedition where such a big team went for an mountaineering expedition.
Another record will be soon be in your hands. And also talking on that, Keval, do you have any other interest other than mountaineering? Like, do you have any other, like maybe, or like I do slacklining apart from climbing and all. Do you have any other interests?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, adventure has been a part of life. So I love rock climbing. Whenever I get free time, I do either bouldering or I do lead climbs. And I love slacklining. So started, and I'm, trying to maintain that balance. And yeah, I mean, it is a fun thing to compete and have some stunts, going on with your friends. So that is the fun part. Yeah, I've been slacklining. And apart from that, yeah, I love music. So to train my lungs, I have started playing the basuri. So I love that,
Oh,
and also music has been like a soul thing. So it keeps me connected to the mountains. So whenever I'm in the mountains, I have believe that, rather than gasping for breath, I would like to sing the melody in the nature. So that is what I do. People usually find me like not doing. I do like ah. So yeah, that keeps me stress free, and like you say, you do not be monotonous. So this breaks the monotony of the whole thing. So I love music. Yeah.
Pratiksha, as we know, like you are already a part of the TIX Ultimate Frisbee team. TIX stands for Tattedli Kal Soup. Are there any, apart from this, are there any, tell us about TIX and are there any interests other than this?
So I have been running. I like to run and I like to do yoga, both of which are sort of, in training for the mountains, you can say. So this sort of helped me land into this ultimate frisbee team, TIX. So where you need to run a lot, and so I've been playing the sport for about 5-6 years now. And apart from that, I love to sing. I think most mountain people are like singers for sure. Like whether it's nice or not, you just have to go and sing. That's how the mountains make you, I guess, right? I think both of you would agree, both Pandey and Keval. You go to the mountains, you become singers, right? So yeah, I'm also trained. I'm a trained classical singer.
Wow,
So
I didn't know.
yeah, sorry.
No, I remember, singing saving my life. Like we were on Winterstoke, me and Anne together, and 3 days of continuous snowfall, nothing
Release
to
a few
do
lines.
outside. And
Yeah.
that is what we did. We need to keep ourselves awake and alive. We were singing songs, so we could hear each other from different tents. That okay, Anne is alive, and from Anne there, she used to sing, and I used to say, okay, Anne is alive.
Do you have any interest apart from mountaineering?
Yes, like as I said, like for me, like from my childhood, I'm always into sports. Like thrice I have been to like nationals in chess. Then I used to play volleyball at a state level, but because of my height, I didn't make it to nationals. But yes, afterwards I started doing this like motorbike stunt riding. So now I'm into a few other things like the trail biking in the mountains. So these all things apart from the climbing, as I say, like for me, adventures like either it's sailing or anything or paragliding or skydiving. Once I have done skydiving in Moscow, so
Wow.
I'm fond of these like adventure sports, like which is thrilling. So the best part about this is, as I already told, like this is one part is yes, you enjoy the thrill, and the second thing is you are getting so much mentally charged. Like at any point in life, no matter whatever the situation is, you always try to figure out a solution in any problem. You are not always raising a question, hey, why this is happening to me, why this is happening, blah blah. No, you, anything goes odd, oh no problem, I will handle it in this way. So apart from climbing, I do still I do motorbike stunt riding. Sometimes like I have done skydiving, then all these things. things. I played chess like in 2006, 2005
Wow.
and 6. It's more than a decade. So now, whenever I get, and the best part is like my father taught me chess, and since my childhood till date, I never ever won a single game from my father. And he always
Oh,
used to make a prank on me. He said, क्या नेशनल खेले हो, नाक तो कटा दी तुमने, एक मैच नहीं जीत पाते हो. So विशेष ना कि your father is always father, आप कभी उनसे बढ़कर नहीं जा सकते. And from our side, we would definitely say ki yes, like we all have one thing common in ourselves, like the mountaineering, the adventures in ourselves. And the best thing to enjoy this is let's come down to Himalayas anytime. Let's either
anytime.
me, Keval, Pratiksha, we all. You can also join us. We will take few more people from Bangalore, take the entire South India, come down to Himalayas and go for a good hiking, go for a small climbing. Because when you are in outdoors, you आपके वो from washing your mess tin to setting up your campsite to the climbing the mountain, all these things together, when you are doing like a kind of alpine thing or a self-supported expedition, that teaches you a lot of things. और जब आप साथ में होते हो ना कहीं ना कहीं आपकी दोस्ती और गहरी हो जाती है. And next time for sure whenever we are going to meet, we are going to climb, and best wishes from my side to all of you, and I would love to see you guys sometime in mountains and
Sure.
climb together.
Definitely.
We'd like to thank you all for giving your precious time. Like, it was really a great time talking to you, and we were really inspired by your words. I guess most of them would love the video. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for having us here.
Thank you.
On this note, to the viewers, thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please share it across and like it. Thank you for watching once again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Bye bye.